Alright, so I walk into Trenton Airport, and it's actually a small airport, guys. So, first off, I have to check in a bag, okay? So, I sit there in line. There's like 15 people in line, and the line takes like 30 minutes. People are moving like extremely slow, like usual. So, eventually, I get over to the line ends, and I get over to the person at the desk, and I check in my bag, right? She's a little rude, a little nasty. I just give her my bag. I just tell her I want to check it in, and she makes me weigh it. Okay, so it has to be under 40 pounds, which, okay, that's just the rules, understandable. My bag is actually 34, like 0.5 exactly pounds. And she was like, oh, okay, it barely makes it. I was like, all right, it makes it by 5.5 pounds or whatever, but sure, whatever you want to say. So, and then she pretty much shuts it in. I tell her directly right there that I want, like my military ID. I tell her that I want the 2 check-ins, the one carry-on, 2 check-ins, which you get for free if you're military, and if also you get the TSA pre-check, which pretty much, if you guys don't know what that means, it pretty much means instead of like you taking your shoes off and taking some stuff out of your bag when you go through security, if you TSA pre-checked, it means you're a low risk, and you don't have to take off your shoes in some airports, and you don't have to take out like laptops and stuff like that. So I had like 3 laptops in my bag, and I'm military, and I just didn't want to go through all the hassle, and plus, why would I, since I'm military and I get that benefit? Also, for TSA pre-check, fun fact, if you're like above, I think, 65 and younger than 12, you also qualify for it. There's a couple other reasons, or disability as well, you qualify for it. So I pretty much asked her for it. She gives me my ticket, my boarding pass, whatever, and then I'm okay, and I leave, and I go to the security. All right, so once I go to security, there's this lady there, and I give her my thing. I tell her I'm TSA pre-check. I tell her military, and she's like, "Oh no, I can't do anything about it. It doesn't say it on top of your boarding pass." I'm like, "What?" I told a lady, at the front desk, I told her that to put TSA pre-check. And sometimes if you don't tell them to put it on there, they don't put it on there for you, which I don't know why they don't. But I guess it's like an extra screen or extra step you have to do, and they're just too lazy to do it. I'm not exactly sure. They don't do it unless you tell them. I did tell her. I guess she didn't listen to me or didn't care to listen, or maybe she just didn't hear me, okay? And I tell her that. I'm like, okay, well, it's just misunderstanding. I am TSA pre-check because I am military, which means I qualify for it. And there's a sign right there that shows who qualifies, and obviously military is one. And I show her the sign, and the TSA pre-check, pretty much one of the security guards, she was like, I don't care, has to say it up here, I can't follow it. And I was like, all right, well, that's kind of bullcrap, because I show my military ID, I'm literally military, so I don't care, you can't do it unless it shows on top. And that's the rules I kind of understand, but at the same time, you don't have to be so mean about it. She was kind of nasty about it too, and I even showed her my military ID. I was like, you can't just like this is ridiculous. Like, obviously I'm military because it's a legit military ID. It wasn't like a veteran's ID or whatever. It's like a legit military ID. And I was like, can you at least just call some kind of manager over here? Just, because I don't want to go through all the hassle of taking like 3 laptops out of my bag and have to put it back in there and take everything out again because it fits a certain way. It was just a pain in the butt, it was just unnecessary. But she kept giving me attitude, and I don't care, take it over with the airplane or the airport. It doesn't involve me. I was like, you're the one that's giving me an issue here. And I was like, just because she didn't do her job, and I told her to put it on there, how's that my fault? It's kind of like, it's like, okay, do you want me to grab a pencil and write down TSA pre-check with a check mark on top of the boarding pass? Would that make you happy? Just give me the meanest smirk ever. But for real, you qualify for something, and I have the proof that I qualify for it, but they don't give it to you unless it actually says that, which is stupid. So that's just one thing. I was really aggravated about it. They actually forced me to take, I was pretty much regular, so I pretty much take out my laptops, I take off my shoes and all that crap, which isn't too big of a deal, but it was just annoying because I shouldn't have to do that, and that they messed up, and I'm somehow paying the price. That's just the bottom line behind it. So pretty much after I go through the security, they actually pat me down. I'm not sure if it's intentionally. My brother and sister are with me. Nothing happened to them. They actually pat me down for no reason. Literally, pulled me to the side and patted me down. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Anything in your pockets? I said, no. They pat me down. They feel everywhere in my body, touch my private and all that, touching all around my legs. And they're like, oh, no, you're good then. I'm like, yeah, I know. I didn't have anything. I told you that. And, I felt so hostile because, I'm military. They didn't treat me like a military member. And then they since I complained about it, and I'm telling you, if I didn't complain about it, they would never pat me down. But maybe it was just very, very bad luck. Who knows? But I got patted down, to the extreme as well. So when I think things just can't get worse, we're about to board, and then pretty much my sister got stopped for her pretty much the bag she had on her back because it didn't fit in the little thing that you're supposed to fit in as a carry-on. And I was like, it's okay, I have a carry-on anyway, because mine was a personal bag, mine fit fine, but hers she needed a carry-on. And then they gave us this whole attitude about, oh, she can't be carrying it and all that. I'm like, are you kidding me? So they made a big deal about her pretty much having that bag, and her not having to carry on. I was like, so do you literally want me to carry it for her, and she carried my bag, and then as soon as we step on the plane, we could just swap. So like, and then they literally made us do that. I'm like, this, like, it was the dumbest thing ever. So we literally swapped bags, and then we walked through the gate to go into the plane, and then like literally like a second after we swapped bags, we switched back again. And that's it. Like, it's just so really unnecessary. It's just the way they treat us, and then that's it, right? That's what I think. But then I go on the plane, whatever, and I'm next to crying like usual. I'm next to like dogs and crying babies and kids behind me kicking my seat, which is annoying, but that's not the airport's fault. But whatever the case is, so I get home and I can pick up my stuff. Everything's good. I get home and I notice my razor, the blade is gone. So when they're supposed to go through your bag, they're supposed to leave a notice that they went through your bag, and they actually went through my bag and they threw out my razor. So you're going to ask me, like, well, you can't razor on the well, no, it's a checked in. When you have a check-in, you're allowed to bring wherever you, well, unless it's like a gun or whatever. I'm not sure about that, but, for razor blades and all that, it doesn't matter. I flew probably about 30 times, maybe 30 to 50 times my whole life. Not once have I ever had a check-in where they took out the razor, because there's no need to, because it's literally checked in. If it's a carry-on, different, because that's technically a weapon. But checked in, never happened before. And I get home, I have like my razor blade, or my razor, and then the blade's gone. It was in like a small pocket, and then like the zipper was halfway open, so they didn't even care to close it. So I knew something was like a little weird. And then like it's a small pocket, so I would have known if the blade was actually like still in there. If I checked the whole pocket, it was not there at all. But yeah, so they took off the blade, and also that's the thing is that you could say, well, maybe the blade fell off. The blade was connected to the razor, so in order for it to fall off, you have to press in the buttons and squeeze it and then take it off. So the chances of that actually coming off without the blade itself is highly to none. So yeah, I'm not sure this is all purpose, or they just didn't like me, or they just suck, because some airports are way better than others, and other ones are just very, very extra. There's a point of doing your job, and there's a point of just being extra and being a douchebag. And that's Trenton Airport, and that's just my experience that I want to share with you guys. You guys have any crazy airport experiences, share them down below, but I'll catch you guys next one. Peace.